It's me again. What up? Welcome to my channel. My channel filled with all the things, including crazy hairdos, and I'm gonna support my girl. I was gonna wear this fishing the other day, and I was like, I don't want to ruin my Dolly shirt. And 2 days later, she done crossed over. I mean, I'm not fully convinced she wasn't a clone because, like, she looked timeless. Like, it's probably all a plastic surgery, but even then, I always just had, like, good energy about Dolly, you know? Anyways, hang out with me, vibe with me, chat with me, talk to me about Dolly for a little bit. Be a good human, the usual, and you need to be an adult. Come on now. And please like and subscribe. Look at this little potter that I got. I got it from a thrift store, of course. But it reminded me of one that I got. I actually had two at one point from the Dollar Tree. That was a little smaller than this. If you know, you know. But it lived a long time, to be honest. And I used it as an actual potter, so I was surprised that it did its justice being from the Dollar Tree. And that's one reason why I love the Dollar Tree, because you just never know. You could be getting what you paid for, or you could be getting treasure. You never know. And now the Dollar Tree is like not the Dollar Tree, it's like dollars. Trees. You know? It's gonna rain here soon. I did some yard work today. Hung out with the pups, did some stuff in the office. Really been catching up around the house, being gone and just all over the place like a little butterfly. Oh my god, it's me! It's you! What up, Mama Farms? You bring me a bagel or no? I will not continue this discussion until I know that I have a bagel with my name on it. Or two. Or three. But I won't be greedy. You're the mermaid queen. We are the mermaid queens together. Duh. Come on now. You been going to your stop, making it holler, making it drop. I actually don't know if I know any Dolly songs, really. I think just, like, being from Nashville, like, Dolly was, like, everywhere. I probably know some Dollies, but I think I know, like, more Reba songs, and don't ask me a title because I'm so bad at names, but I think, like, singing lyrical-wise, like, we threw on a Reba song, I'd probably know before Dolly, which is sad. But I think, excuse me, I think it's because it was, like, really, like, amped up in Tennessee, like, everywhere. Like, quite literally. Working 9 to 5, yeah. Isn't there, I don't know why I thought of, take this job and shove it. I think, like, Rhodey said that that guy passed or crossed over. I'm not eating a baby goat. And what's a matter, baby? Who's Tim Curry? They crossed over together? What up, girl? Who's Rio Speedwagon, Eric? What up, David? What up, lad? Right? I remember the half-eye profile picture. Which is interesting. I don't remember shit. I was like, is that lad? I won't call you a lass. Lassie? Oh, you're like, that's the song Crackle Barrel, girl. I went into Crackle Barrel like a week ago to see if they had some Pokemon cards, and the guy was like so stingy. they didn't want to tell me over the phone what they had, but it was like on the way back. So I was like, I'll just stop in and see what's up. And there was another pack behind the counter because I asked them, like, do you get these often? And they're like, we're not allowed to tell you. And I'm like, here we go. And I'm like, I want them all, you know, gotta catch them all. And they had like this specialty pack thing, like they all are for the most part, but I was like, I'll take it, you know, can I get that? And he's like, he's like, you can get 2 of them. And he proceeds to tell me the price and was like, is that gonna be okay? And I'm like, I said I would take them both. Like, relax, judgmental ass. Anyways, I probably smelled though. I came home from the beach. So who knows, but I'm like, if I said I'm gonna take a both, like, give me the fucking cards, you know? Anyways, but then there was another one like behind the counter and had a sticky note on it, but this is after he was like a little dick about it. And he's like, we're not allowed to tell you because, you know, scalpers, yada yada. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I was like, well, what about that pack there? The same pack with a little sticky note on it. I was like, someone already bought that? And they're like, yes. And I was like, how did that work? What did they do? Call over the phone? Little brat. Anyways. That's awesome. I would have been eating all the apple butter. I think I said this like several lives back as I made my own apple butter. So I bought apple butter in a jar several years ago and it was okay. But I'm like, I could try to make this. And I made it and I made so fucking much of it that I didn't eat it all. It probably would have lasted a while, but I started getting sketched out after like a certain date. I'm like, no. And I mean, there's telltale signs, you know, if it needs to go. But I made so much apple butter. I feel like I wasted a bunch of apples. You gonna start singing the songs, Jesse? Rocky Horror Picture Show? I haven't heard that in forever. What up? Anarchy. Oh, snap. Does your name fit it? Rio Speedwagon, is it a band? I'm so bad with names, but no one would believe this, but I feel like I'm like a music jukebox. Like a song come on, I just start singing the lyrics, you know? But when it comes to names, even with humans, like face to face, I guess those are humans too, but even like in like a personal interaction, if I've only met you a couple of times, especially if you have a unique name, which I want to learn for sure, because I think that people are given like unique names too for like a reason. So I do want to actively learn, but it's going to take me several times. And even if it's like a classic generic name, it could take me at least 3 times. It just depends on what that name has done, you know? Yeah, what's the matter, baby? Is that a joke? Hold on a second. I was like, for real, is that a joke? I beg your pardon? Do I speak what? No. Is that Irish? Yeah, retracted message probably for the best. I saw the salad dressing, that's why I blushed. What up, y'all? What up, my dogs? Maddie! I see you delete messages. Where's my hello, Maddie? I better be searching. I better be seeing a hello. Yeah, they do get butthurt. He totally was butthurt. Hold on. He was totally butthurt. And I was like, yo, back off, nerd. I'm just kidding. He was so sassy. Hold on a second. Okay, I told myself that I would be like in the moment for a little bit here, so I'm gonna try to like not actively do that. Yeah, I was like, fork them over. Especially, they do put limits on it on certain places, but I'm noticing they like sprinkle them in. Like I've found them at random fucking stores, dude. I try to do a couple of those Pokemon meetup things, and This guy at Crackle Barrel was a nerd. That place is filled with them. You know, I'm like an undercover nerd, you know? You start talking to me and you're like, oh, okay. Or I have like a little bit of nerdy here and there, but not like full on into like one thing. Like, I never was like a wow girl. Like, you know what I mean? And that was never my cup of tea. Play Animal by who? Is that a joke? What was that, Maddie? Is that the deleted message? Beehive hair? Yeah. Pretty much. I was gonna cut my hair today, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll splurge, right? And go get my hair cut. I haven't gotten my hair cut, like, by someone in, like, decades. Not that long, but it's been a hot minute. I was, like, experimenting at home with my own shears. But when I was calling around, I was like, oh no, I'm too cheap for this. I was like, that's a no for me. And you're probably gonna fuck my hair up anyway, so I'm gonna go pay for you to fuck this up. I can just go do that in my bathroom, you know? So that it ended up into this. I did the yard work, I showered, I washed my hair, and the hair went up. So this is the do, yo. Yeah, R.I.P. Dolly. I beg your pardon. Is that my permanent hairstyle? No. It could be, though. I think I could rock it. Maybe I just put a little bow right here. You know? Stay tuned for the bow. When I was, like, a goth princess, I was like, what is that? Thank you. I don't know who sent that. Thank you. When I was, like, a goth princess, me and a couple of my friends thought we were, like, trendsetters, and we would get ribbon, and we would use it. It would be like chokers, essentially. You know how they came back? They essentially came back. But we thought we were so cool because we'd have different styled ribbons and stuff. And I remember one chick, she wasn't goth, but like she still was cool as shit. I hung out with like everyone in school, but she was still really cool as shit, and she was like into the ribbon stuff too, so she would bring ribbon. I was like, you're so cool. And I was like, thank you for being like not judgmental. Anyways, it's a wig? Nah. Nope, not today. I've actually never worn a wig. I can imagine, I was watching something where one of the chick changes her hair a lot in wigs, and she has like an alter ego for each wig. She's like describing like what each wig like has happened. Like, she's like, crazy shit has happened in this wig, only like good things have happened in this one. It was like, oh my god. Oh my gosh, she made you cut up your Pokemon cards? That is crazy. That's even worse for like, I knew a couple people that they collected hardcore, and when they asked their parents were like, we fucking threw that shit away. Meanwhile, it's like, looks like paper, and some of them are worth like pennies. I actually opened a couple of mine like a week ago. I was like, you know, maybe I should open some of this, you know? And I'm not impressed so far. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna hope for the best, though. And I mean, if anything, you could flip that shit back. So, and anyone that kind of knows me knows I like to flip shit. So, if anything, there's no loss. I could flip it back for what I, like, almost, like, I guess, a double for what I paid. So, that's not a bad thing. So, that makes me feel better. But opening the packs that I did, I even opened a Pokeball because I got a kit that they would only give me 3, and there was only 3 left anyways, and they would only give me 3. There was a limit at this place, and they ended up like, I don't know, I was like, okay, maybe this could be like, I could open these 3, you know. I ended up only opening 1 because the one sucked. I'm like trying to keep like a spreadsheet of what it is. Oh, and it's sad. Some of these bastards are worth like a cent. And you're just like, what? Thank you! What was that, Sade? Was that what Sade? I got like a illustrated card though on my first pack, which was cool, on the downhill from there. Not downhill. I mean, you still made it back. Thanks, Maddie. 100. Thank you. Let's hope I find the $100 card plus. That's what I'm hoping for. Because, damn, it's a gamble. If anyone is actively still collecting Pokemon. I thought about doing lives for Pokemon. I've seen like different ideas for it, but I don't want to attract, you know. You know what I mean. I look like a Sagittarius or a Pisces. What do y'all think? Dogs. My dogs. What do you think? What you think? Can I get an age check for anyone that's in here that if you haven't told me? Age and astrology. Go. It is a peacock. It still needs coloring. It's been transformed. Before you could tell more. It was like a peacock. I mean, you can tell now, but definitely needs some color. Butter freezes well. You know, speaking of, I was talking about the wig stuff. On the show, the chicken or her dude were eating butter. I was like, what in the fucking tarnation is going on here? Butter. And I forget, my brain went to like mush watching them eat the butter, but they said something about like no carb diet and they were like carnivores. I don't know. He was saying some weird shit about the butter, but I was like, we're eating butter, and I love butter. I love it, but am I gonna eat it? And they got a couple people to try it, and one of them was like, fuck no, which would probably be me. And then the other one was like, it's like butter ice cream. And I was like, ooh, you almost got me. Because if you heard me, by the way, this ties into that. If you've heard me talk about Dum Dums, I love the popcorn Jelly Belly, and I love the popcorn Dum Dums. Well, I've seen Dum Dum bags a lot lately in the store, and my ass is in there like shaking the bag. They don't have fucking butter popcorn in them anymore. And if they do, I would be shocked, because I was sitting here like, okay, yeah, raspberry, the cherry. They got all these generic ass fucking flavors. Where is my butter popcorn? I was like, you done lost the customer. You done lost the customer. Yo, I didn't eat Harbros for years because there was like this weird thing that was said about them like decades ago, and it kind of stuck with me. Well, I ended up getting a bag of Harbro. You know what I'm talking about? It sounds like Marlboro. But the Harbro gummies. But they have all these different all these different mixes. Well, I got the Fantastic mix. Well, I couldn't remember the name, and I was like searching for them on Amazon yesterday. I ate that whole fucking bag in a blink of an eye, man. It's almost dangerous. It was best that I couldn't find. They were pricey on Amazon. I was like, damn, I'll take my ass right back to that store where I paid $1.30 for this bag. About to go right back up there. But I don't need any more bags. I don't. They were gone so fast. Oh, Fancy Don't Let Me Down. That's Reba though. Right? Here's your one chance, Fancy Don't Let Me Down. Is it us or me? I think it's me, right? When I said I was like a human jukebox, I can do the tunes and the most of the lyrics, but I get it mixed up, and I think this is like a Mandela effect. Okay, now that I'm seeing Rio Speedwagon over and over and over again, I'm like, okay, Rhodey's probably flipping his shit too. That's the guy that was like, take this job and shove it, or no? Because Rhodey posted about him too. I'm all natural over here. Gerald's. Do love me some mushrooms. Who said something about your name, girl? Yeah, Simple Farms. I call her Mama Farms. Don't be calling her nothing else but Farms, okay? A simple technique to remember people's names? What's that, Matt? Ello. Who's Ello, Maddie? Am I a literal mermaid or not? Yes. That's where my disappearance has been lately. I've been in the fucking ocean disappearing because on land sucks. You know what I mean? I was fishing on Mermaid Island. Maddie's like, where were you fishing at? Mermaid Island? Come on now. Come on, Maddie. I was in your backyard, Maddie. Yes, all the important people. My dogs. That's right. I appreciate y'all. Even in my disappearance. Showing out. Showing up. Goes a long way for me. I make jokes and shit, but it does. I mean that. You guys are awesome. I was like, fuck it, I'll go online for a little bit. I fed the pups one bowl. I need to feed them the other one. They're staring at me like... I got them this more intense bowl. I don't know what they're called. I can't think of the name, at least right now. You know, the food separator thing, so they don't inhale the fuck out of their food, because they eat like they've never eaten every single time, like monsters. Especially the Belgian. The Dutch isn't as bad, but the Belgian just like, and they have to have bowls separated, because if you feed it all at once, he'll throw up. Like, it's a whole mess. So I'm like, nope. But I got these more intense bowls. Oh, they hate it. The Dutch is really smart, though. He's like, slings it out of the bowl. He gets so annoyed with that. But it's helped with the Belgian tremendously. But they're looking at me like, we'll take that second bowl now. Come on now. Who gives a fuck about Dolly? No, I'm just kidding. What's the, although we had no money, we were as rich as we could be? Damn. Is that a Reba? You testing me now? Maddie, didn't you go to Gatlinburg last year? Is this a yearly thing now? Did you go see Dolly? Damn, you know, I saw something about her, she had like a new place opening or something, like a museum or something. I'm like, dang, that shit is gonna be fucking bank. She's gonna be one of those artists. She was already killing it financially, but she's gonna skyrocket even more, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Georgie. Yeah, what has everyone been up to? Tell me. You chopped all your hair off a week ago? What are we talking about, chopped? Like, can you bun it now? What are we talking about? Inspire me. How do you feel about it? Magic the Gathering and Warhammer dudes. Is Warhammer like WoW, or is that something different than the Pokemon players? What are those cards? We're not talking about game, right? I feel like my camera's a little like foggy. Are we talking about a game? 10 inches. Wow. Just let your hair go. Just let it go. Last year, my hair was down to my belly button, and I was like, okay. And then I started experimenting. Because at that point, I was like, if you fuck up, dude, you still got a ton of hair, you know? D&D? Your wife plays D&D, Maddie? That's awesome. My best friend plays D&D. Yeah, I like how they're like, why so many tattoos? Like, why the fuck are you asking? If it bothers you, keep moving. And nowadays, most people have them. And if you don't, no judgment against that either. Each is their fucking own, but who cares what your opinion is, you know? Coming in judging. Oh my god! Jojo! She heard me talking about gummy bears. She may have been in here before that, but what up? I don't know how far you are in the chat. Yeah, I don't either. I'm gonna feed them this other bowl in a second. Hey, Miss Jojo! Farm said it. Everyone, the peeps, the real MVPs coming in the chat. Joe is definitely one of them. Joe has been around since the beginning. I always have to give kudos to that. My British sister from another mister. You followed a video on YouTube? Yeah, I did the video stuff that inspired me to get the shears. The first time wasn't as great. I got better. I just haven't done it in several months again. I did a trim like a few months back, but I need to go back in. I need to go back in. Oh, Jojo, you sent the coin. Thank you so much. I missed the name. I don't know. I'm assuming that was yours. Thank you so much. You're the best. Hey, it's Jojo. Where's Fraggle Raggle at? Where's Trocent? Is he listening to fucking Cisco? I know it. I know it. My command of the French language is impressive. Oui, oui. Bonjour. Buncher, yep. That's right, Uptown. I am behind the chat. I'm catching up, though. Tattoos are not okay for ladies, but they're okay for men. You sexist pig. 100% tariff on me. Wow, I thank so much, Mr. Cheesehead. Wow. What would I do without everyone's sweet judgment? I don't know, live another fucking day to not give a fuck? Thanks. Who's Charlotte Flair? I do love some WWE, or I used to. Is that like Mick Flair's? It's not a Mick Flair, though, right? That would be hilarious. Like, what, his daughter? That would be kind of weird, actually, right? My skincare routine, wash your fucking face. That's what it is. Yeah. Sayonara, Tony. Where is my dog, Tony, though? He hasn't been in here in a while. I don't know if anyone's in here has met Tony. Tony would sprinkle himself in and there, here and there, whatever. Shout out Tony, though. 40, but look 20. You talk about yourself, grown? Yeah, I'm in the dungeon. Or what do they say? What, in a tent? They asked me if I'm, like, living in a van, because this looks like a van, right? It is your birthday! Going dancing? I love that. Tell me where, and I'll meet you there. Dancing in the moonlight. Oh, thank you. I don't know who that was. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Dancing in the moonlight. Happy birthday, Joe. Celebrate all week. I hope you have the best birthday ever. You fucking deserve it. Oh, she's gone. Oh my gosh. Everyone say happy birthday to JoJo anyways. She is a treasured soul here. Truly. Kit Kat drumsticks. What? Is that chicken or is this chocolate? They do have whole bags of the butter popcorn Jelly Bellies. I got so pissed off about the Dum Dums because I was literally seeing them in like every store I was at, and I was like, I'm gonna start checking these fucking bags. I honestly felt fucking duped. I need to look online though. They're probably really expensive because they're not in the bags. But Jelly Bellies used to be way cheaper. I haven't bought Jelly Bellies in a while. Oh, thank you so much, Farms. What did I do that made me wifey material? Not brush my hair. I cut the grass. Yeehaw. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. You're wifey material. I mean, look at that bread. If y'all haven't seen, go to Pain in the Farms page and check out her motherfucking bread. Phenomenal. Check out her whole page. But definitely check out that bread. For sure. You can start doing pre-orders. Who, Roger? What you talking about? Chicken cordon bleu? Give me some. Wow. Thank you. I cannot with these people. Oh, we would have weekly meets for sure if we live close by to each other. Absolutely. That's not even up for discussion. We'd be doing snack trades and all. Oh, I was talking about the apple butter. I was like, what you talking about with butter? Oh, I am behind. Sorry, y'all. Anyone that doesn't know, I'm behind the chat. I'm just trying to actively, if people are having discussions that are fucking weird, then, we're up for it, My dogs be like this and have my back. Oh, my literal dogs and my YouTube dogs. That is like family, essentially. But you're right. I guess I could have froze it. I mean, when I threw it out, it honestly still looked good, but the bitch had been in there like 6 months plus, and I'm like, I don't know how long this lasts, but I could have froze it, I guess. You're right. Thanks, Matt. Expired. Deuces. Expired and moldy. Don't ask Jesse, because Jesse will be like, just cut the mold out. This is my verification video. When I see Uptown, I sing Uptown Girl. Oh, what up, Trucent? He said, thong, 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 thongs. Oh, she opened a truck stop? Where's the truck stop at, Maddie? A shoulder length bob. Yeah, it probably feels like definitely less work, but less like weight. That's where I had to cut my hair last year. I was like, this shit's getting out of control, And it was like less likely for me to sit and brush through that shit. But yeah, I've been thinking about short too. I have one layer that goes here, and I was like, I maybe could do that. My ponytail would be like this big. But I honestly, I as long as I can still put in a ponytail, because I am actively still always doing shit, that's important to me. I'm sure you can agree too, but I'm sure running around the farm and shit, taking care of stuff, it feels better. Ooh, meatloaf, yeah. And cornbread, I'm fucking done. You better spice that cornbread up. Jesse's like, I'll take a piece of cornbread with some milk. Since Jason, oh yeah, Dreamsicle. I hope he's doing well. That's hilarious. A physical appearance that's unique or different. But that could get me in trouble, Matt. A famous person, movie, or cartoon. Yeah, but I think people need to be like uniquely themselves. I think sometimes I'm worse with like the most common names, which is crazy. I'm like, what was your name? Bob? Is it Bob? Those are the worst ones. It's no offense to any Bobs out there, but I'm just using as an example that sometimes it's harder for me to remember the common names. Trosen brought his flip-flops. Okay, it doesn't have to be accurate. Good to know, Matt. Mickey, you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. I don't think I'm Mickey Mouse. I think of that song, though. And that was a dude, right? It does sound delicious. I'm like, we're all gonna roll up for Mama Farm's dinner. She's like, actually, we didn't save any for y'all. We ate it all. Wow, good job, Matt. And you remembered all their name? Were you like impressed with yourself? You kissed the girl and you liked it? That's cool. Okay, Katy Perry. Yeah, birthday JoJo. I hope she has a blast at dancing. I wish I'd go dancing with her. Oh, my profanity usage? I prefer Sailor Mouth, but that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm dropping them left and right. I definitely can't promise. That's why I say adults only. As I'm disappearing, it's like getting darker. Can y'all even see me? Jesus loves me. Thank you. Jesus loves us all. Be a good human always. Oh no, I'm not answering that. From Texas? Yeehaw, why Texas? I have great hair. Your English professor? How old are you? And what, a little mole never hurt anyone? I fucking cannot. Two-stepping around the room. Two-step like watermelon crawl. We talking about like two-step. Tom Cruise. I don't believe that one. Is she singing a song? I didn't know. Thought she was talking about JoJo. Well, that was weird. Jesse has everything with milk, though. So don't be like, it's just cornbread and milk. It's fucking everything with milk. You said something else and you're like, in a glass of milk. I was like, I don't know about the milk all the time. What up, Ivan? Everyone needs to be an adult. If you're not an adult, you gotta see out. You gotta go on. You gotta go on, go read a book. Do your homework. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here. Somebody turn on the light. I beg your pardon? Oh, thanks, Smokey. I had a bird named Smokey. I appreciate that. There's a little angel sign with them triple numbers, too. I love that. Oh, it is a song. I thought you were talking about Joe. I was like, she probably gonna be two-stepping. Yeah, I'm from Nashville. Yeehaw. Yeah, are you an adult or not? That's what I need to know. Go ahead, drop your age in the chat. If you already told me, obviously you don't need to fucking tell me again. But for the newbies. He's like, milk make your bones strong. I do love some chocolate milk. I've actually I've learned to like milk again throughout the years. But just like straight up milk, no, I do it with my protein or like my cereal, obviously. But I go through cereal phases. Like when I was a kid, I ate so much of it that I didn't eat much of it as an adult. And then I get back into it. Like I had a bowl of cereal today. But as by itself, like chocolate milk all day, strawberry milk all day. But by itself, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, who's here watching and creeping? How old are you, Smokey? How old are you, Uptown? How old are you? What was the other name I saw? Turbo Times. And Matt, how old are you, Matt? Oh, you hear the rain. I'm gonna feed them their bowl. Oh, look. Let there be lights. Let there be lights. I said person. Oh, good news, by the way. All the neighbors are crazy here, but my side neighbor is not moving. God, that was giving me so much anxiety. You have no idea. No idea. No idea. Do I drink coffee? Yes, but I actually only had half a cup today. I wasn't really feeling it. I'm like, am I okay? I was like, nah. So this is natural chaoticness. And I actually feel like my energy's a little lower because I did a lot of stuff today. But yeah, this is me. I don't know. Maybe true that. Have you been here before, Uptown? Where she at disappeared. No, there were buyers. There was like a bidding war. And let me go inside. There was like a whole bidding thing going on. Let there be lights. Hold on, it's dark. Ta-da! But there's a lot of things going on with that house over there, so they lowered price and brought it up, lowered it again. But I don't know, he got away with the ladies. We'll just say that. Not entirely sure how, but he do. And one of them decided to help him. And I kept telling him, I was like, you never know, miracles happen. Fucking excited to tell me about it and then just go straight back to bitching. I was like, I cannot. I was like, count your fucking blessings, dude. I'm like, count your blessings. I know, you waited so patiently. Ta-da! So, honestly, I seen a few of the same people looking at it. So they definitely were bidding on it. Although he bitches about every single thing under the stars and the moon and the sky, I know how to deal with that. You know what I mean? Someone new you don't know. You just don't. And it could be an absolute shit show. And then you're like dealing with someone new. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to deal with that. So, and I was like a little nervous. I was like, oh no. Because the dogs too, he don't care if the dogs are in his yard. And he encourages it. He was just like, I love to see him run and have fun, you know. So that's always been like a breath of like fresh air, you know, there. Meanwhile, the other ones are like pain in the ass. And the one on the other side, my Belgian really just cannot stand him, which is reasonable. So, you know, I just know that, like, even though he's a bitcher and a moaner, it's easier to deal with. Make sense? Trozen, where are you putting your bids in? Did you go to bingo yesterday? Or tomorrow? Ketchup and milk. Born 89. You sure, Smokey? Show your ID. Smokey, what's your astrology? He's like 89. Tristan like, me too. What? How old are you, Uptown? Adults shouldn't eat ketchup or drink milk? I don't know if I agree with that one, Matt. How old are you, Matt? Oh, I love ketchup. When I was a kid, I fucking loved ketchup and chips. Literally, I was eating some chips today with my lunch, and some of the ketchup came off the sandwich, and I was like, dipped it into the, oh, it's about to pop. I dipped it in the ketchup, and I was like, oh, this is like old times. I've been watching this reptile show. Tomorrow, a new episode comes out. I've been watching it at night, and they were talking about how the reptile industry blew up for them because of Jurassic Park. It was interesting. And then I started watching this other animal show following that because the reptile show only had 3 episodes out, and it releases one every week. And I think it's like 40 minutes long. So you know that ain't shit when you're trying to watch it, you know? And I'm like, damn. But I'm always out. Like, I usually have to rewatch episodes. I'm like, the TV is like a remedy. Like, it's like a lullaby for me at night. So I like to try to watch something that's not going to pollute my brain. And take me into some weird ass dream or something, you know? But they were talking about how the reptile industry blew up. But then I watched this other chimp, Crazy or Chimp Love or something. Oh my God. Crazy. There was like monkeys talking about the some of them that were in Hollywood movies and how they were mistreated. One of them being Tonka from George of the Jungle, and I was like, oh my God, I love that movie. And Tonka was in another movie too, or several movies actually. But that made me sad. I had to like deep dive a little bit on like research after, like what happened with all of this. It's crazy. Animal stuff really gets to my heart. But the Jurassic Park stuff, I was like, I correlated those together. Let me tell that. In my brain, I already did. But let me tell that. I put those together because they amp this shit up, and then people want these animals because you glorified it, and then you don't fucking treat them right, and then it's even more annoying. Like, reptiles are a little bit different than the other stuff that I watch, but kind of the same thing. You glorify it. People don't know how to take care of these animals, but when you're talking about like a whole chimpanzee, that's like different than a bearded dragon, but it's still an animal. You know, it's still a pet or something you should be taking care of when you take it in. And they make it seem like XYZ, but there was one lady on there making bukus of money, and yet these chimpanzees are like getting almost like bare minimum. And then I actually kind of felt bad for the other lady that stepped. There's so many things. So if you haven't seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But I do have mixed feelings. For sure. Per usual. That needs to be a shirt, too. Farting dust? How old are you, then? We don't judge around here. You just need to be an adult. You can't have straight ketchup. Like what? Like a shot of ketchup? Like, I'm not doing that. Y'all needs to be with something. Oh, that's for sure. No. I barely like tomatoes. In some way, I do like ketchup. And I think it's because it doesn't have all that aftertaste of, like, juice from the tomato. Yeah, I mean, bitching is like they wrote him a letter. Oh, the other one next door, the HOA wrote him a letter to fill his pots outside, like his planters. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything, you know? But people bitch and want control. And once you give them that, just even a little bit, they just go in and in and in and in, and they want to control it. He gets... One of them, I don't know, they're like different but very similar, the ones on my side at least. But he will start to pick up that I'm just not interested, you know? Because I'm like, you can't win with you. I get, like, we all bitch about things, you know? But, like, if there's never, ever a solution, then you're just a nagger, you know? It's different than, like, bitching and getting something done. Like, oh, I'm going to get this done because I bitched about this and I'm going to follow through with this, you know? Instead of, like, just bitching and bitching and bitching and you never apply anything to anything. Like, he got granted, like, a get out of, like, homeless card, and you literally just went into bitching. Like, he was bitching about a car, and he's like, said some other shit to me about money. Oh, it must be nice. And I'm like, you don't know anything from anything. Like, at all. Like, you know nothing about me. Really. And it's like, you should have already, like, been had your house paid off. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Mixed feelings. Always a pastime of bitching. Yeah, and he sees some ID. And then you got burnt out. Okay, you got burnt out from bingo or from the work, Trocent? What are you talking about, Uptown? What does that mean? It is very beautiful up there, Matt. I used to love going through the mountains with my dad as a little girl. It was like very fond memories that I have. I'm great. How are you? Chips and ketchup feels wrong to you? Lion? What the hell is that? Like a remake of Lion King? I had Disney Plus on like a promotional deal like last year. Or maybe the year before, and I never watched it. I watched Dancing with the Stars a couple times on there, and that was it. French fries and Wendy's frosting? That sounds good. I haven't had a frosty in years. Oh, you seen the monkey documentary? Protect our primates? Yeah. I had a lot of mixed feelings. I like did some research after that. I was like, I need to know what's going on. Because with animals, it's like crazy. Oh, crazy out there. With animals, for me, I'm like, oh no. Just the nagger. With onions and peppers. What you talking about? What? Are you saying my nose is a plastic surgery nose? No, I literally have the same nose as my dad. That's a no. Sriracha? Yeah, I love sriracha. I have several things. Yeah, property tax does suck, but some places are obviously lower than others. But you do have to like start setting aside for property tax. So like you pay, especially if you're paying for land or you're still paying your house off or whatever it is, and then you have property tax. But you do the math, it maths out way more to do that than to rent an apartment that it'll never really be yours. Now having a home is a home and that is a roof over your head. So whatever that's defined in a van that protects you, you know, and you find peace in this. Each is their own. But when it comes to like the apartment and the condos and stuff like that, like it never shows for anything and you pay so much more, you know? It's actually pretty sad. I seen signs the other day for like renting a room, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. I was actually shocked to see a sign on the road. I was like, wait, what? And it wasn't like in front of an apartment complex. It was like just out there. And I glanced over and I was like, geez. I was like, these prices are insane. So easy a caveman can do it. Yeah, I honestly, he made a lot of dumb decisions, you know, and I'm not trying to like judge him because you chose your life, you know, but you made these decisions, you know, but what he's doing is something he's already done. So for me personally, history repeats itself until learned, and I see that the other people getting involved see probably a financial aspect from it. I don't know what that was, but thank you. They see a financial like thing from it, and that's kind of sick too.
But when you look at the price and what they're getting into, you can't beat that. And plus, he's older, you know what I mean? But it's still like, I don't know. I would never want to be signed into something with someone like that. And they get so happy. I don't know. That it screams run for me, but each is their own. He's thrilled, and I'm honestly thrilled too. So I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna ride that wave because I'm honestly really thrilled that he's not going anywhere. Because like I said, it was giving me anxiety to learn someone new. Because who fucking knows? He may live until 100. I hope I'm not living here by then. You know. I love my home. I'm hoping I'm renting it out. But I need land, as you guys know. I can't do this side neighbor in front. Thank you in the back and all the drama. I just don't want to deal with it. So, but it's nice to know at least my side neighbors are like who they are, and we can have like little conversations here and there and keep it moving. You know. Let me check this. Yeah, it's a whole mess. Give me a second. It's coming down. What? Miss me?
Yeah, Chona tells me she likes my nose too. I'm like, thanks. Growing up, I always hated that I had my dad's nose. Yeah, people don't think about the escrow or insurance or taxes. Yeah, and then there is different home insurances depending. Oh my gosh, Maddie, don't be a bully. I feel like that's bullshit when they say that and you haven't even said anything else anyways, you know what I mean? I was like, what are you even saying? And even if you are, here, do what you do, you know? That's fine. I guess live your life. What can you do? Nothing. You can't do nothing. Tell them. Can't do nothing. It always works out. You gotta work with what you got, right? Sometimes you're short, sometimes you're tall. But it makes us uniquely us. You know what I mean? Oh, I just love when these motherfuckers read. Little glass, little tater chat. Mother try. Thanks, Big Gravy. You got some gravy? That's so sweet. Right back at you. Yeah, well, I mean, he had apparently a successful business. So, I mean, I don't know how far I am in the chat, but so the logic and the math isn't mathing for me, but we all have ups and downs in life. Like, you get smarter or fucking dumber, you know? and it's not, it's just, that's what it is. Like, you learn from these lessons, you get better, and I think that, like, you should have security for yourself, whatever that definition of security is, you know? I've had my ups and downs too. 100%. What are you talking about, Uptown? Oh, you saw that? We're gonna say no to that, okay? Jesse. He gives advice to return customer, yeah. Literally, freaking flyer. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I never say this. I should be saying this. Memberships are out now. Please. And thank you. Shout out to Jesse Farms and Joe. And Jesse and Joe having people sign up too. That was awesome. I'm very much appreciative of that. To my dogs supporting me. Y'all the best.
Hold on. What else I need? I need something else. Oh, jeez. I feel like I need something else. What else do I need? Alright. You're about to have a panic attack. Why? I missed that. Oh yeah, don't eat the enchiladas maybe now since I'm a few minutes behind. I hate that. And then your mouth like gets burnt to hell. The nose knows. I really do have an intense smeller though. Like, I swear, I was telling Jesse this before. That's why we were talking about the mold. I smell that bad boy being bad and I'm like, I'm out. Like, what is that? It's crazy. It's crazy. I've always been like that though. Like, intense smells. Or like, I can smell something, it brings me right back to that. Like, and I think a lot of people have that, you know? But I can remember smells better than people's names. Just kidding, but really. Don't talk shit about yourself, Jesse. You're only carrying on the George of the Jungle stuff. And I didn't even think about that earlier when I said the chimp stuff. Until now, because you're bullying yourself. Yeah, a successful business. I don't know. He's told me some stuff. I'm not going to air that out, but he's told me some stuff, and I'm like, it still ain't right. Because when he got into his home, if you had successful businesses, so to speak, when he, hold on a second. Let me swap this puppy out. Homes are way cheaper then. So it's just not, it's not right. Something's not right there. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's told me everything. I mean, everything. And that's where you can tell people are lonely sometimes too. And it's not because of that. I feel like I don't want to be like tooting my own horn. But I've always had this energy where people feel like they can like dump things on me, you know? Like, and don't be fucking weird, you know what I mean? Like, they just tell me things. And I've always noticed that. And as I've gotten more, like, definitely aware of my spiritual journey, it's just like, I don't say a gift, but it is an energy that people feel compelled to tell me things. And I, with care of that, you know, like, especially being more aware of, like, my spiritual journey, to have care of that, you know, because I think that is important. Hold on, I got the cheese on this thing. I think it is important to, I don't know. Sometimes people need someone to talk to, you know? And I'm very mindful of that if you're not a fucking asshat, you know? And I try to just treat people with kindness with what they share, because sometimes that you may be the only person they share with. Maybe they share with everyone. Maybe they don't, you know? But he's definitely told me a bunch of stuff that was kind of just like, what? I mean, I don't know. Like, he'll go and get, like, a new car every year or something and trade it out. It's probably a lease. And then pay, like, under $1,000 a month for a fucking car. Meanwhile, you could have just saved and bought something. Like, maybe on Marketplace, a smaller dealer. Like, maybe you know someone word of mouth, you know, like, depending if you have, like, connections. Well, a lot of people don't, so that's where they get wrapped into these things. Hold on, I'm trying to do, like, 6 things at once. Story of my life. But, hold on. But if you know that you can't afford that, you should not be doing that, you know? And he was even talking about getting a new car again. And I'm like, you don't even have fucking money to spend. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But that's not my business, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's where like people don't know how to do things right, I guess. Yeah, you're a fucking fool. And then wonder where they're in these positions. And things happen. I mean, of course, things change in the economy and etc. But it's also still about how you're spending your money. You want this cheese? Yeah. It's about how you're spending your money too. We've all made bad financial decisions. But are you getting smarter about it? You still fucking off. You get a gift from heaven, and you literally just, I'm gonna spend money I don't have again. What? That I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. You sang a membership? Who did it give it to? Did it say? Oh, does it say? I forgot after. Tom 2 on the membership? Oh. Has anyone even talked to Colton Cole? Welcome, Colton. Some of the people I haven't really live since the other memberships were given out, but were they people that were talking before? Hold on. Let me check. Oh, shizzle. Crazy. Thanks, Jesse. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay! That's not what you said, but that's what it reminded me of. Snap, snaps. I need to have like a poetry night, yo. Bama! What up? Oh, we love you too, Bama. Yeah, Bama has been a real ride or die too. He been around since the rip, like quite literally. Shout out to Bama. Bama, you have a good birthday, man. What the fuck was that, Jesse? That was almost like you got hidden button. I'm like, anybody else would have been, what the hell? His sixth sense? Okay, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. I for some reason I was like, damn, I really haven't lived in a while, but I was like, was it colored again? I felt like it was colored yesterday when I lived the fish tank. That could just be an illusion because I've been used to it. Hold on. Up, puppy dog, up. Come on, I got flipping. Good boy. You a good boy. Oh shit. About to pop. When there's lightning, there's thunder. That ain't a Dolly Parton song, but you know what I mean. Jelly bean. You know what I mean, Jelly bean? I ordered some stuff on Amazon. I don't know when that will arrive. He said paint. I mean, it honestly depends, Farms. It's funny because the neighbor, not on my side, but the one over, he was like, hey, earlier, my dog fucking lost it. He was not with it. But Dutch is more chill, Bill. He's like a silent one, you know? But no, for the most part, they listen to me. Yesterday, my neighbor had me out there for 45 fucking minutes. I was like, God damn, I could eat like a whole house by the time I got done talking to him. I was like, damn. They were fine. They don't care. Like, they listen to me, but they really are, they're very intuitional. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, I gotta put cheese again. Like, they're chill. Like, when my tattoo friend guy was here, very skeptical. Like, that makes sense, right? And they don't fuck off. Like, they scope it out. If they know you're fucking scared, they may, like, try to test your balls a little bit, but they honestly, as long as they're, like, with me, and they know that it's okay, like, I had to have, like, an internet person come, like, a week ago. Oh, they were not with it, because I felt bad for the dude. I felt like he was going to be scared, and I put him away, or I put him up for a few minutes. Oh, they were not with it. These guys are fucking trying to open the door, like, freaking the guy out. Like, freaking him out. But it's more of, like, I need to see what's going on. Like, I don't want to not see what's going on with my mom. But they're 100% mama boys. Like, there's no questions asked. So it really just depends. And honestly, I trust their vibes. Like, one of the side neighbors definitely is like, he likes to play dumb a lot, and I'm like, I'm not doing that game. I don't like that game. Play dumb and try to be nosy and play dumb, and they're not with it, like, at all. But they have a good handle on it. But they're not like sexist at all. Like, if a woman was doing the same thing, it would be the same thing. Like, when the bitch was stalking me for fucking a year straight, every time we saw her or her fucking weird husband, they knew what time it was. And animals remember people too, 100%. Let me not burn this. No, keep it popping. They're like extreme watchdogs, though. I mean, when we do like social events and stuff, like, they're just like very like, okay. The Belgian is a hardcore looker. Like, everything is like subject to change. He's always like way ahead of all of it. The Dutch is, once again, very more quiet about his approach. It was funny, a couple weeks ago, when I took the dogs out on the evening walk, we like came out from the backside. We're like by this other lake, and I seen the UPS truck sitting there, and I was like, this is kind of weird. But the guy was like outside his truck, and he was like staring at us, and I was like looking at him, but of course they didn't take their eyes off of him, like, at all. And he was like, oh, I'm surprised they didn't try to eat the birds. And I was like, no, they're more concerned about you. He almost like shit himself. But yeah, they don't give a fuck. I was like, I'm a birder. He don't need to know all that, but I was like, they care more about like what are you doing? Who are you? Where'd you come from? He was like, yeah, I don't blame him. UPS always knocking on the door. And I was like, no, it don't even matter about the UPS part. Alright, I'm like wrapping up and then I gotta clean. Jesse, can you clean the fucking dishes? Come on. Come on now. Oh, thanks, Trosat. I was like, what did I say? Oh, when I let people tell me things? Toasted! He's called a Playboy Toasted. Or peanut butter and jelly. He's younger? You calling yourself old, Jesse? Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe he thinks you got it all together, you know? But those are like compliments without compliments, you know? When I was younger, those kind of things were like, oh no. But I had always been like the friend that people came to about shit. And I would always be like, what the hell? What are you even telling me? But as I got wiser on my journey, you know, I realized like, okay, this is like part of my divine mission, I guess. We all have that in different ways, similar ways. I'm like, all right, this is part of my mission is to help where I can help, you know? And sometimes a good let off your chest and move on is all you need, you know? I never try to judge people either off of like what's going on or what has gone on, because we've all been through some shit, you know. And it like breaks my heart. I can't even say it. I beg your pardon. It breaks my heart when like to think that someone tells you something and you may be the only person they told, and to judge them or like to make them feel like, oh God, why'd you tell me that, you know? That's like the worst fucking feeling in the world. Then people never want to tell anyone anything ever again. And sometimes easier to tell a stranger things than like your closest core people, which is sad because it shouldn't be like that. You should be like wanting to tell them like things, you know? But that's how it goes sometimes. And as I got wiser on my journey, I'm like, I don't want people in my core really that I can't like even tell you things. But I'm also very like private in my stuff. Like I keep a lot of things like to myself, you know? That's just how I've always been as well. But I like to like share experiences when the timing's right, you know? Like if someone tells me something or I can maybe relate, I will maybe chime in and be like, I experienced something similar and it went like this, and maybe someone learns from that. Or maybe I'm just a listener and I'm just like not trying to be a sponge, because you should never be a sponge to anyone. You can like take stuff in and like hear it out, but you shouldn't be carrying around people's shit. You just gotta let it go. Like you're like, okay, you told me this. This doesn't become a character flaw. This doesn't become like in the books, you know? Sometimes things are to be noteworthy, but to also understand this person may be telling you this to understand them better, even if they don't understand that's what they're doing, you know? Okay, make sure I took that off. Ramen night. Ooh, and that chicken. I wanted to do breadsticks. I got extra pizza dough. I made some Alfredo chicken pizza last week or the week before. It was so good. And I was like, man, I need some breadsticks. But I'd used all my pizza dough. So I'm like, I'm going to venture out and do pizza or breadsticks soon.
Maybe cheese in there. I don't know yet. Yeah, first come, first serve. Tosin's like, I'm at the door. Let me in. And she's like, it's gone, bitch. Hey, thanks for saying hi, honey. Thanks, Bama. I'm behind the chat. Yeah, like, I can't look past a bad smell eating-wise. Nope. Just can't. Yeah. Colton! You have been selected! Bingo number I-25! Come on down! This isn't The Price is Right, but come on down! I don't know why I need to do this, but... Wait, what happened? Who's Nepal? Yeah, you an adult or nah? Yeah, I need to get that. And then mixed feelings. Yeah, I literally need to wear like that stamp to my forehead. What are you talking about, Bam? I'm taller than you. It can't be another fucking day for you. Come on, Bama. It's your special day. Look at Trosan using his emojis. No, I wouldn't muzzle. I'm not into the muzzle, because if you need to use it, then you gotta use it, you know? They have words. I dropped that word, it's on like Donkey Kong. There's a couple words. It's dropped, you're done. But no, I wouldn't muzzle. I do have e-collars, and I'm not, when I first got them, especially the Dutch, I didn't think I would be an e-collar fan. And I'm still not. Like, I want you to listen to me without that. Like, we shouldn't be using that as like a lean upon. But if it's like, I would never want to put anyone like in a harm's way by far. So, if necessary, then they'd have the e-collar on. But no, I think like, they listen to me, like, they really hone in on the energy that I'm giving off. So if I'm fucking acting weird, like, that's the craziest part with them. I feel like we really are, like, connected in the soul. Especially when we've seen the guy that tried to break in a couple of times, like, oh, like, they just know. Like, I'm not even saying anything, you know? And it's like, oh, mom's frazzled, you know? It's interesting. Definitely shows how smart animals are without having to, like, speak. For sure. I couldn't even imagine them muzzled. Bama finally turned an adult. Is he an adult or not? Toes, you know? Send them toes! You already know! Yeah, it literally says toes. You get obsessive. With what, drinking? Let me see. What the, this is my Amazon? Oh, I think so. She been coming around the mountain. Here she comes. Yeah, girl. I mean, honestly, they save me in ways that are just like, there's no words for it. Truly. It was like a dark place. It was like as dark as this room. Actually, it was like as dark as the patio, but worse. Especially with all the neighbor on neighbor bullshit, the HOA, like changing my life around, like a lot of different things at once. So, and the universe is always on time. Even when we feel like it may not be, it is. So I'm glad that I have them too. They're my buddies. Like,
Some people ask me when they see the Dutch that knew him in a past life, so to speak. They're like, wow, he's just so good with you. I'm like, he's my bubby. My baby. They both are. Yeah, you both are. Where's your brother? He's like, I'm gone. Oh, there you are. He's like, he ain't getting snacks without me, is he? He getting some cheese? Some cheese, please. Yeah. I had a lady, I don't know if I said this, I had a lady stop me a couple weeks back, walking the dogs, and she screamed at me, and she's like, hey! I was like, what the hell are you haying at me? It ain't at me. And she was like, literally like, your dogs are gorgeous. And at first I didn't hear her, so I was like, what was that? I got like my bitch face on, you know? Because around here, I decided I'm not talking to nobody here no more. It's not happening. Like, too much shit has hit the fan. You live in eyesight and walking distance, like, that's too much for me. Because then you just show up and it's like fucking just no. Stories for days. Oh, that is Amazon. But, they're here. But she said it again, and I was like, oh, thank you. And it kind of came to me as like, yeah, like, they really are, like, beautiful dogs, you know? Like, I know that, but, like, you know, we get a lot of looks out there, and sometimes I immediately want to be like, what the fuck are you looking at, you know? And that's, like, my bitchy side of how I've been treated here. Like, this morning, I'm fucking cutting the grass, and fucking Bozo the Clown over here trying to fucking just have, just, like, he annoys me the most. He's, like, secret HOA. I've talked about him before, but just literally, like, do anything to, like, just get the attention. But it's different than, like, being lonely and, like, miserable and needing someone to talk to, and you're just prying and nosy and want to, like, get information that doesn't concern you, like, at all. It's way different. But it's, I don't know, like, I don't know, because some people will stare and they don't say anything, you know, and then it's almost like I don't want anyone to say anything. But it was a nice humbling moment of like, okay, there still are good humans out there. And I assumed the lady lived in the neighborhood and had seen us before. She was from like a distance. She was like screaming from her car. And I was like, have I even seen you before? Anyways. Yeah, my YouTube mama was telling me you were engaged. What the fuck? What happened to... Oh, I can't name drop anymore, but what about the other ones? Just kidding. But for real, what? I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, clean them dishes. They're still here. You're supposed to clean as you go, damn it. Hi from England. You got some Jaffa cakes or not? Oh my gosh. Speaking of mini golf, when I threw on GTA the other day, since I could only do story mode, I had to take the bitch on a date. And I shouldn't say the bitch, but had to take the chick on the date. And I couldn't find the fucking bowling alley. I'm like, where is the bowling alley? But I ended up going to a mini golf place, and we're on foot, and I'm making her chase me. And I jumped in the water, and she jumped in the water too, and I was like, oh my god, I hope she can get out of here, you know? I'm like, there better not be a fucking glitch. Because I ended up playing 4. I thought I was playing 5. No, I was playing fucking 4. But, there was a mini golf course, and I was dying. I was like, where's Cisco at? I'm expecting Tosin to jump out. What up, bitches? Step up to the plate. It is true, Farms. I feel like we're always needing to, like, heal that inner child. And I try to be mindful of that because people turn into said adults, but still have way trauma childhood issues that linger into adulthood. People don't want to talk about it. They don't want to fix it. They either ignore it. Maybe they're not even aware, etc.
But it's real. Like, it's so real. And I kind of just I try to remember that when I'm having interactions with people that are like harder to deal with, you know, because I'm like, damn, you must have been through a lot, or you're just ungrateful, you know? It's sad. You were either a real spoiled fucking brat, or you fucking, I don't know, you went through a lot of shit and it made you harder from it or softer. It depends. 6:46. Oh, not too behind. Oh, I don't know about Texas. No, I'm gonna try to make my own breadsticks. But I need to look up like seasoning and stuff. And I was debating if I want to do like the cheesy breadsticks, you know? So I almost considered buying them. Now, Olive Garden all fucking day, by the way. I almost considered buying them at the store. By the way, I finally got fucking Moose Tracks. Finally. In my first bowl, I indulged so hard because I was eating those chocolate pieces, not the peanut butter cup things, but you know the thick like fudge that they put in there. Yeah, they were skimpy on it. And I found the gold mine in the middle. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just go middle. Usually I'll go from side to over. I was like, no, I'm going to go to the middle. And the middle was where I was at because I started seeing the difference as I'm digging in. And I'm like, oh, I may be eating all of it right now, but it'll be worth it because fucking Jesse is eating all the Moose Tracks in America, at least. Crazy. They are unlimited for the breadsticks, but last time I had Olive Garden was trash. I'm talking about they took like an hour plus for my food, and I was like, this was awful. And I remember I had taken some family there, like some younger ones. I felt responsible, you know, and I'm like, you need to feed the kids. I'm like, what the fuck? We could have went to Mickey D's, yo. Like, I wanted to sit out and maybe have a nice place. Hold on. Oh, I need to get this. It was awful. I don't even remember if I had mini breadsticks. Probably because I was like starving and they took forever to bring the fucking food. And then when they brought it, it was literally cold. And I'm like, I didn't bitch until after because obviously they'll spit in your food. But, like, what the F? But it's not like it used to be. Olive Garden used to be, like, a fine and dime. Now it's like, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, I didn't know that. Did the flood happen today? That sounds so sad. Cinnamon honey bunny, cinnamon honey bunny. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Oh, I used to love Texas Roadhouse rolls too, though, for sure. But I'm gonna do Olive Garden, even though they fucking sucked. I wonder what the recipe for those breadsticks is. Not probably gonna be made with my dough, but I'll keep you posted. You've never been? Hold on. That's crazy. That needs to be on your list. I don't think there's many of them anymore. Were they the ones with the peanuts too? Or is that no? Who remembers Shoney's? Is it unlimited soup salad? I thought I remembered salad with the breadsticks too. So did you get sick from Outback or from the drink? Last time I had Outback, I had that blooming onion thing. That thing was pretty good. Trying to make like a replica of that. It was pretty good, but I don't know. I think it's a little overpriced. I'm like, eh. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. How old are you?
Why do you have a tail? You think a tail could be like part of GPS? An intuitional compass? What was that? It asked, why were you gray? I honestly, like, my bird is, like, one of my best friends, too. He was out, like, all day. We were, like, getting stuff done. And he's just so sweet. Like, he's like, love you. He'll be like, give me a kiss. He's, like, the sweetest. Like, and he says things, like, that are just, like, so heaven sent. And the timing is, like, the cutest. Animals know, like, and even like dogs and cats too, like all animals, they know when like their person isn't feeling like the best, or they should send some love. Like, I seen someone at the thrift store like a couple weeks ago, and she had a little miniature like husky. It was like a teacup husky. I'm like, what the hell are they breeding nowadays? But I'm washing the dishes. Hold on. I was like, oh my gosh, is that a puppy? And she's like, yep, 8 months. And I was like, oh my gosh, a forever puppy. Very cute, but she had like service dog stuff on it. That dog was no fucking service dog. Sitting there tearing shit up in the store. I'm like, I don't know about all that, but she was like, you know what dog is backwards, right? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, God. I was like, I didn't know if that's where she was going with this. I was like, that's where she's going, right? I'm going to just let her tell me. And you never know what people, like, once again, where are we going with this conversation? Have you talked to anyone today? Like, I don't know, you know? But she was like, it's God. And she was like, you know, they're always going to love you unconditionally, no matter what you do and no matter what happens. They'll always come back to loving you. Like, they don't have, like, where humans get, like, so worked up and emotional and don't forgive each other and get crazy with it, you know? Even when I spent time with the little puppy the other night, like at the fishing spot, there was another, like, man, he's been living under that place for, like, forever. Almost every time I go, I see that dude, but he's like, oh, he's listening to her. And I'm like, you just have to speak you have to, like, speak animal, you know? And they need guidance, especially when they're a puppy, like, they always need you to, like, have their back, too. So, like, even when my boy is, like, being protection dogs, like, I make it very much so a point to protect them, too. Like, oh, no, I'll put them inside and rip your face off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely will not. Although they're supposed to have my back, I 1,000,000% have their back, too. And I think it is important to encourage that. Hold on a second. Let me get my Amazon sheet.
Hold on, y'all. About to get out here and get my tacos. Well, I think humans also make things really complicated. We're animals, like, for not speaking with words. They kind of got it figured out. Yeah, I got to keep you in line. Duh. Come on now. Oh, a townhouse in the city. I think I remember you saying that before, Farms. Hulk smashing the subscribe button. I don't think I've heard that one. Yeah, ready for the wild card, y'all? Oh, I am behind. Give me a second, y'all. I'm cleaning up still. I'm probably going to skedaddle soon, too, if I'm being honest. Hold on. Alright. I was like, oh shit. Couldn't resist taco. I shall return tomorrow. Hopefully. Shout out to my dogs for showing up today. Showing up always. Whether you're here, you're not here, you're appreciated. But super shout out to my dogs for showing up today. Happy birthday to Joe. Happy birthday to Bama for the month. Happy birthday to Miss for the month too. Holla. Tom's birthday coming up too. I know I'm behind in the chat and I wasn't able to actively catch up. But this shall be continued. I really appreciate you guys. Lifted up my energy. Some good laughs as always. I'll try to come on earlier tomorrow. See what the day holds. I'm going to the little clothes bin early in the morning to dig through and see what I can find. And then I'll see what the afternoon holds. But either way, I hope that everyone has a beautiful evening, morning, wherever you are. And tomorrow's Friday Junior. So that's always exciting. But it's been real, y'all. Good chat, per usual. And couldn't do this without you. So once again, I really do appreciate you guys showing up, accepting me for who I am, and know that I accept you guys too. Always. Until next time. Keep it classy, sassy. And shout out to my dogs. Talk to you later, alligators. After a while, crocodile.